And one quick thing I want to mention before we get into the video, if you're an Amazon seller or someone aspiring to start selling on Amazon and you're looking for more personalized one-to-one help to actually get going and starting or scaling your Amazon business, feel free to check out the link in the description below. In here, you can fill out a form to apply to work with me one-to-one, and if we're a good fit, I can show you how I can help start or scale your Amazon online arbitrage business. All right, so in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to go out and do this. So first thing is we need to understand how to actually go out and find auto-approved brands. So to find products to essentially sell on Amazon, we are going to do what is called reverse sourcing here. So this is essentially where we look at other arbitrage sellers in their storefronts to locate products that sell on Amazon. So we're trying to cut the learning curve of what do I sell on Amazon, where do I find products, all that stuff by simply just taking a look into what other sellers are already selling for profit. We can replicate that and essentially find the brands and products that we can actually sell. So that's what we're going to get into first. So in order to actually go out and do this, we need to get a starting point of a product in order to be exposed to other Amazon sellers, right? Because without a starting point, which is essentially a starting product that contains a list of a bunch of other sellers selling that same product, we aren't going to be able to find storefronts. So ideally, the starting point will contain other online arbitrage sellers so that we're not running into different business models like wholesale, retail arbitrage, or private label. And the challenge is how do we actually find these arbitrage starting points in the first place? Okay, so here's some common OA brands that may contain arbitrage sellers. So we have a list of 5 right here. So we have Jellycat, Bamboo Lab, Great Value, Goodfellow, and One. And the reason I've listed these brands out here is because if you go ahead and look up on Amazon.com, we're going to go ahead and just look up a Jellycat product, for example, here. We'll go ahead and search this product inside of the search bar. And then if we actually go ahead and just pull up one of these listings right here, this type of product is going to very likely contain other online arbitrage sellers because Jellycat as a brand is a very commonly arbitraged brand. So that's exactly why we're going to look for products inside of this brand to give us a starting point so that we can find other online arbitrage sellers. So we can see this product here. If we scroll down to the bottom, we can see that there is likely going to be some online arbitrage sellers on this because we have an offer count of pretty much 50. So because of that, that's a pretty good sign that this is not going to be wholesale. This product doesn't also come from retail in-store websites. So more than likely, this is going to be online arbitrage. So now, once we've actually found a starting point, what is our objective? So in order to find auto-approved products and brands, we are going to find smaller sellers on these starting points that have under 10 reviews who carry likely auto-approved brands inside of their stores. And we're going to leverage that and just buy what they have that's approved for us. So the way that you actually go about doing this is in SellerAmp here on the right. If you scroll down to the bottom, we're going to be looking through essentially each of these sellers right here. And in the star to then review count inside of the parentheses here, we're going to be looking for sellers that have specifically 10 or less reviews. And the reason why is because these are also smaller Amazon sellers, probably just getting going in their journey selling. And so we're going to bypass a lot of those ungating restrictions by looking at sellers who are in our similar situation. So what we're going to go ahead and do is find a seller like Prime Orbit Distribution here who has maybe 7 reviews. And then once we come to a storefront on SellerAmp, this is what we're going to do next. So once you make it onto a seller storefront, our next objective is going to be to essentially run through all of the brands that they carry inside of their storefront. And what we're going to want to be doing at this point is building out what I like to call a brands list. So the way you can do this is essentially by setting up a Google Sheet that looks something similar to this, or literally just having a list in a notepad somewhere to where you have the brand and the status of the brand that you're actually going to check for ungate eligibility. And the way we're going to actually run through all these brands very quickly to see if we're ungated or not is very simply by clicking into SellerAmp right here. And then SellerAmp is going to pull up some quick info on the right side here. And inside of this eligible panel here, it's going to tell us if we're actually automatically approved to sell this product or not. Now, a lot of products, especially as a new seller, are going to say no, regardless of if you're actually approved to sell them or not. So you're not going to want to just listen right off the bat to the first no that you get. What you're going to want to do is actually copy the ASIN here, and you're going to want to go into Seller Central and actually add the product inside of your Amazon Seller Central. So the way you'll actually go ahead and add products to your Amazon Seller Central, if you're not already aware, is in the top left where the logo of Amazon Seller Central is. Go ahead and click Add Products. From there, you're going to be met with the List Your Products screen. So what you're going to want to do is copy the actual ASIN that you're seeing from the product that you're pulling up. So copy that ASIN from SellerAmp up here. Then you're going to copy and paste that ASIN inside of this box. Once you paste it, go ahead and search it. And then from there, you're going to have it entered inside of the product information here. And it's going to basically tell you once you select a condition to sell this in, which you're going to be selecting new, if you can sell the product or not. So If you actually end up getting approved to sell the product, you'll see here it just says sell this product, which means we can already list it. If you're not able to sell it, you're going to be met with something that says apply to sell, and then that's going to take you to a second screen to where you're going to see the button that says request approval, or you're going to see nothing at all. So if you see the button that says request approval, that means that you are just gated on this product. And this is going to be a brand that you're going to want to save for when you keep selling on Amazon down the line. And as you start making sales, that brand could eventually become auto approved once Amazon trusts your account more. If you're not seeing that request button, what's going to happen is that means that that brand is hard restricted, which means they're not accepting applications to sell that product, and it probably won't ever become auto approved. And if you actually can sell the product, like we can see, I can sell Jellycat here, that means that on the entire Jellycat brand, you're actually approved to go out and sell this product. And what you're going to want to do at this point is you're going to want to go through all of those seller storefronts on your starting point that have review counts of 10 or less. And you're going to want to go through each unique brand that you come across in their store. So you're going to want to build out a brands list over time of around 10 approved brands that are automatically approved for you to sell. And then how we go out and actually find profitable products from there is we're going to go ahead and take these brands and paste them into Keepa Product Finder. So this is essentially what Keepa Product Finder is, and why we're using this filtering tool is because it's a filtering tool, right? So it allows us to actually take all of the products that are in a brand that we can sell, like maybe Dexter Russell, Jellycat would be approved, for example, for our product example for today. So we have a few approved brands in this example sheet right here. So why we're going to use Product Finder is because now we can actually do a targeted brand search on these specific brands to go out and actually find profitable products. So what you can do is you can just set some default filters like I'm going to set here. So I would set like a max sales rank of maybe 250K, buy box at 7, Amazon out of stock. And why we're doing this is just giving us probably the best products that we're going to be able to find that are going to likely be somewhat in the range of profitability and still be arbitrage friendly. I'm going to set a new offer count from 3. And then inside of the is one of brand, go ahead and type in your brand here, like Jellycat. And we can see now we've trimmed this down from 1 million products to 135 products that are strictly inside of the Jellycat brand. And from here, we're going to go ahead and hit find products. And Keepa is going to give us an entire list of all these Jellycat products that we can now go out and actually source from retail websites to try and make profitable. And then from there, we're going to want to actually go ahead and find these products on Google here to try and make profitable in comparison to what SellerAmp is saying that we can pay on our max cost. So if we go ahead and take a look inside of here, SellerAmp saying that we can pay $32 for this Jellycat bunny here. And we can see that it's being offered right now on the brand's website. It's being offered on Nordstrom for around $33 as well here. We can actually see this website has it for $29.95. So now you're essentially going into actually couponing products, trying to make them profitable on Amazon. So we can see maybe if the paper store has this product here. So it looks like they do have it for shipping at 34 bucks. What you would do here is go through the couponing process of looking for discounts, whether it's from your, extensions, things like that, and trying to make the product profitable that way. Or if the paper store offers discounted gift cards on a website called Cardbear, we can go ahead and take a look here. Looks like they don't. So maybe we're going to pay $34 out the door for this product today, which we can see is pretty close to being profitable here and might actually cut it if the analysis on this product is good enough here. And then from there, you're going to actually go out and validate that the product is good in terms of analysis to where the trend is going down or it's stable. The buy box is reflecting the same. Sellers are making sales. There's no IP complaints, things like that. And I have videos on my channel that go over how to do product research and very, very deep analysis. But essentially, once you reach this point in having your brands list built out, and once you have about 10 of these brands, you're going to run through them one by one using the filters that I have here, which here's the active filter list on my screen. And then from there, you're going to go out and actually find each of these products on Google, try and locate a supplier that carries them that's also reputable, try and make the product profitable through various discounting mechanisms, and then finally do your analysis. And that's exactly how you can go out and find profitable auto ungated products for your Amazon store. And this is exactly how I would go out and find my first few profitable auto ungated products if I were a brand new seller in 2026. And that's also how you do it in 10 minutes or less. Hopefully this was informative and helpful for you to get started and get the ball rolling. And that's exactly how you do this in 10 minutes or less. And one more thing too is if you are an Amazon seller who is starting to scale their operation, or you haven't even sold your first product yet, again, I do have that link in the description if you're looking for more personalized one-to-one help to actually help you reach your goals with selling on Amazon. So with all that out of the way, that's going to be it for me from now. So until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.